Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. We'll be having ourselves a 1 versus 1 right here on Pwnagemachine. We shall be watching Osttruppen-Commando fighting for Deutschland with a mechanized assault doctrine already chosen here. Rolling out for the 3rd SS Panzerdivision Totenkopf versus Pwnagemachine, fighting for the glory of the Soviet Union and the 213th Guards Mechanized Brigade. We're noting here numerous assault grenadiers popping out here for Osttruppen-Commando. There's obviously going for one of the heaviest sort of openings in that regard. We're also noting a very early special rifle command up here from Pwnagemachine. And I'll just refer to him to Pavlov, since that's a bit easier to roll off the tongue. So Pavlov here setting up a special rifle command. I wonder what that could be. Perhaps he's even now predicting that his opponent is going to hit with the assault grenadier, and might be opting for an early scout car to sort of harm the fascists in that direction. Also note, this is going to be a bit of a long one, so there won't be a mid-game analysis sort of to ensure it doesn't spill into being too long either. Just a little word of warning there. There shall be no pauses, only, moving ahead. I mean, noting here, he's already bunching up his assault guns. He's clearly setting up for some kind of nice surprise. He's obviously hoping to sort of rush his opponent and overpower him through sheer force and bullets. So a bit of a sizable assault platoon here forming. 3rd squad arriving, a bit more of a northern bent. Pioneers moving out. Nothing going on in that direction. There we go, point secured. And we also see a scout car has arrived, the M3A1 scout car. One of many American vehicles supplied to allies. They also, by the way, actually had something more similar to a light half-track. That's all this action. There we go, Pioneers being engaged from several sides. We're seeing here Pavlov charging in gloriously for Arena, while the assault guns meanwhile are pushing ahead very aggressively as well. Might try and flank around here. Conscript taking up position by the looks of it in the scout car.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Munitions point there being secured. And there goes assault guns moving ahead. Scout car. Oh, exposing the rear. That is bad. That is bad. You want to engage them from the front with the 50 caliber again. Rear. Looks like Pavlov is having a bit of a hard day. Nothing much left versus the assault grenadier charging in. 30 caliber firing away there, doing a bit of damage. Real roll, not going to be doing as much. Let's say again, engaging via the front, but still managed to get it out of there reasonably safely. As we're seeing a large wave of assault guns moving in, a bit of a nasty opening right here from Osttruppen-Commando and the way he delivers it.
How can we help? Production upgrade accomplished.
And certainly meant to sort of overpower any Soviet position. And then afterwards begin securing up the gun. We're also doing here a pretty quick light mechanized company following up.
Yes.
Scout car likely will receive some repairs before being pushed ahead. Medics already up pretty quickly for Pavlov. The country's moving ahead. They're definitely not going to be standing much of a chance versus the assault grenadiers, who again quickly move ahead, ready to force away the Bolsheviks. So all of a sudden we do see here that Osttruppen-Commando secures most of that. We do see a response here. We do see a early doctrinal choice. But I didn't check what it has, but now clearly we know it's counterattack that has been chosen. Shock troopers arriving, attached to this mechanized brigade, it would seem. Moving ahead with their PPH-841s. Scout car almost ready again. Ready for combat. Hunter grenadier out next. Probably as a response to the scout car, might opt for some Kessin Panzerbuchse, I suppose. The only logical reason. Assault guns pointing back now as go as the shock troopers move ahead. Definitely going to cause a bit of problem. As now he's prepared to deal with the scout car, but now he's going to have a bit of trouble dealing with the shock troopers. Flamethrowers heading up there, causes a full retreat right there. He's going to see cut down as many as possible. A bit of a gauntlet being run there. Men catching on fire as they try to get the hell out of there, and that just looks terrible. In the, oh goodness gracious, thank the heavens it is not me. kind of terrible manner.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Not that relic failed to convey the horror in being lit on fire by a flamethrower.
Schützen here!
Schützen here, which was, by the way, their war name before they became the Panzergrenadiere in 1942 late.
Grenadiers,
Early,
ready?
Yes.
can't fully remember that one. I was right there after Stalingrad. The change sort of really came about in the names.
Finally have a Panzerschreck.
And there we go, Panzerschrecks. Although technically Panzerschrecks were handled by more specialised Panzerjäger units. There goes Scout Car 1 puts his head in again. I mean, in that regard, Osttruppen-Commando does slack one serious counter to this. Of course, he's now opting for the Rakete and Panzerbüchse, but at the same time, as long as Pavlov here doesn't rush headlong into it, I mean, he's not going to lose it right away. In that regard, the 50 caliber armed Scout Car should provide a nice bit of support. Also, a nice mine there. Schützenpanzerwagen on the way. And Panzergrenadier is charging straight into everything. Flamethrowers away. Shock troopers moving in. Heinrich catches all the fire. Stop, drop and roll, but sadly it matters nothing.
Standing by!
And the shock troopers charge in. They're cutting off the retreat path. In fact, that could prove very, very unhealthy for Osttruppen-Commando's assault gunners. Looks like they managed to pull out of it this time around. Meanwhile, the rest of the forces regroup down in the centre, with the Schützenpanzerwagen being upgraded to a Flammpanzerwagen. Another Panzergrenadier squad on the way. Pioneers moving down south, and the rest of the assault gunners hang about here in the base. And they're going to enforce those Panzergrenadier up front. Shock troopers, two squads, really going to see if we can't hard counter the infantry. That Osttruppen-Commando bring out, and of course, in that regard, you know, the Flammpanzerwagen then, of course, is predicting again a shock trooper counter, and then, of course, bring in the flamethrowers to deal with it. And in that regard, you know, the Scout Car first rather threw him off a bit, most likely. And certainly delayed the Flammpanzerwagen, thus giving Pavlov here more chance of bringing in some firepower. So overall, not a bad idea implemented here from either side. They're still surprised they went for it so early with the Scout Car, but again, he must have seen it coming. Conscripts are getting wiped out. They're close to enemies. Running away first. Oh, mine went off. Nice chunk of damage there on the Panzer Scout coming in. He's the cap. Oh, he's over pushing it, but at the same time firing at the Scout Car. We might also see an anti-tank gate. And yes, indeed. Gebalteladung going off. Heavy losses inflicted there. Panzer's forces and a Panzerschreck left behind this early in the game. And the shock troop, of course, picks it up. That is just absolutely not a good start to your blitzkrieg assault when the enemy grabs a Panzerschreck off the cold dead hands of your men. And certainly not as tough troops as the shock troopers. That is really bad. Flamethrowers handing in there. Panzermen doing what they can with the Sturmgewehrs, but ultimately it is not enough in the face of the shock troopers supported there by the combat engineers. And those are quickly moving on there, close to Veteran 2. Scout Car, though, will need some serious repairs very quickly. Assault guns moving ahead there. Small assault formation. Quickly dropping Friedrich there with a shot from the Mosin gun.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And there we go. Nice timing on the retreat. Splitting out his forces a bit much. And we are seeing the assault guns moving in. They might have a chance against the shock troopers. Grenade in the particular path a bit too far away, but at the same time does damage them enough. Actually ends up retreating, surprisingly enough. I think he might have tried to hold off a bit longer there. Osttruppen-Commando, though, continues to dominate the field. And how will he try to push the advantage he currently has in map control? Of course, at the same time, there is one sort of major deficit in his force composition, that is, he's rather lacking in using sort of solidly hold ground. I mean, assault cannons are not exactly the best defensive troops ever to exist. Gebalteladung going off there, taking out a nice bite of the shock troopers. Oh, he might lose them. Oh, grenade goes off. Doesn't quite do enough to sort of really make up for the loss there. Rather unfortunate. A tragic loss right there for the Soviet Union. Conscripts rushed away. Assault guns, Panzergrenadiers pushing on for the Vaterland. Well, another unit pushes northwards. Scout Car first now getting repaired. Shock troopers reinforcing. But that definitely hurt then. That was definitely a nice victory here for Osttruppen-Commando with his assault gunners und Panzergrenadiere. Yes. Support armor corps going up. He is rushing headlong to the next bit. Again, exercising the advantage. You have to sort of get some armor out early. Assault gunners hit the range of problem with the combat engineers in cover and with a flamethrower. The assault gunners don't really stand much of a chance there. They're burning up. Horribly so. Stug 3 available, and another shock trooper squad arrives swiftly and aggressively. But at the same time, the support armor corps up. Of course, the chances now increase, of course, of some early armor, and in that regard, currently Pavlov here is going to be rather vulnerable, since he's obviously lacking in the blowing up tank department, except that Panzerschreck which Yuri picked up from the hands of a dead fascist. Or at least he said he was dead. Though someone claimed to have heard him moaning and begging for help. Bun grenade going off there, blowing up a nice bundle of wood there. Panzer is barely making it out of there. Barely.
What do you want?
Moving in there, good, good. Center could do with a bit of securing.
There are no cowards here.
Assault gunners reforming for another assault. Regrouping.
Bit by bit, we take back what is ours.
And as Panzer was here encountering straight into the scout car. Shock troopers occupying the nearby house as well. Veterans 1. And now the Panzer is actually getting shredded up here in the open. 50 caliber fire and PP8 fire proving to be hazardous for their continued well-being. Meanwhile, the assault gunners overpower the conscripts in the center amid the power of their MP40s.
Engineers have secured the combat engineers.
And in general, SS troops had a knack for basically picking up as many automatic weapons and overall that way increasing the firepower of their units.
On our territory. We are ready to go.
But generally, of course, they utilised Soviet weapons in that regard, picking up the Ps and PVH-41s wherever they could. They were quite fond of it. Also, generally, particularly in the beginning, all they didn't actually have any access to the MP40s. They actually utilised the MP28 or other submachine guns they could acquire from occupied countries. Quick grenade there in the path. Again, feels a bit short. Feels a bit short here. But overall, 2 assault grenade squads versus 1 shock trooper squad. Not good odds unless someone pops off a nice bit of assault. But so far, little interest in that from Osttruppen-Commando. Panzers are moving up. They might provide a bit of help there. Shock troops, though, are getting slowly ground down, but the assault gunners might want to get a bit of cover here. But there we go. Large into assault. Now the shock troops are forced to finally pull out, though they were able to rather deftly brutalize the German advance here, break the spearhead, and force Osttruppen-Commando to instead dispatch infantry to help them continue onwards. And of course, right now, another shock troop assault might push them away completely. Mechanized armor company up here for Pwnagemachine, aka Pavlov. Scout car almost ready. In fact, Scout car almost Veterans 2. And quick goodbye to Ladnung. Doesn't do much, but we might him still on the Lessie and force away the conscripts right there. And now we also see that the KV-1 is available, the KV-1 heavy tank. At the very same time, Panzerkampfwagen arrives. And what is this? A Mittelschützenpanzerwagen also following up. Conscripts wiped out. Down to only 2 shock trooper squads in the conscript squad. And it might be he's actually going to initially go for a KV-1. Shock trooper tagging from the north. Conscript moving in there. And there you go, Panzerkampfwagen arriving. What will the response be? Hand of 4 needs to be careful, and there we go. Nice hit from the Panzerschreck. Half tank moving up. KV-1 heavy tank moving in. Panzer's actually charging straight at the shock troopers. I think Osttruppen-Commando might be pushing his luck here a bit, and there we go. Veterans 2. Increasing accuracy, which is definitely going to make that Panzerschreck more nasty. And there we go. KV-1 arrives with its 76mm gun. Same one for T-34. And all of a sudden, Osttruppen-Commando is in a bit of a bind since he's going up against heavy armor than he anticipated. Nice grenade there. Assault gunners need to consider elsewhere positions. And now we're seeing here a nice comeback from Pavlov, he has gained the upper hand now. There's very little that Osttruppen-Commando has that can really now threaten the KV1. He needs to retreat these men. And no survivors. Wiped out there by a nice shot from the KV1. Numerous variants of this tank exist. Of course, we now have the KV2 and the KV8. There's also the KV1E, which was actually a faster variant, but also slightly less armoured variant of it. And there's of course also the KV85, utilising the same gun as the T-34-85. It's a little bit of fun there. A little bit of fun.
We are losing territory.
Assault gun is moving north, likely to sort of avoid encountering the KV1 in the centre, where they will absolutely stand no chance. Panzerkampf fighting for receiving repairs, not enough pilots to sort of strictly do it. Flampanzerwagen as well, again, sort of there to sort of really punish the shock troopers for having the audacity of wearing body armour. And a mine! Ooh, nicely done there by Pavlov. Blowing up several assault grenadiers and quickly crippling that unit. And there we go. Scout car following up there in the wake of the KV1. Looks like he might make a push here for Osttruppen-Commando's cut-off point. Shock troopers conscripts following up.
You need engineers?
And this one is definitely going to be his ace in the hole. The shock troopers with the Panzerschreck. Definitely going to be one of his most powerful units. And of course, let's see if we can actually keep this KV1 going, as that could also definitely prove to be a bad unit. And mining up already as well. Road. Panzer is advancing, but taking a quick hit there from the KV1. Panzer 4 joining in. Oh! Careful, careful, careful. You're exposing the side and rear of your KV1. But there we go. Only one rocket really hit and connected. Exposing the rear, though, is definitely not a good thing. Shock troopers with Panzerschreck need to support, but no, looks like... Oh, never mind. And there we go. Veteran 2 for the scout car, increasing the vitality of the machine gun mounted on it as it gains more accuracy. KV1 needs to turn around or something. Trying to get away out of there. Engineer suffering as well as the Panzer 4 moves ahead. Shock troopers hiding down here, by the way. He's hoping to sort of draw in the Panzer 4 and ambush it. Nice little idea there, and looks like he's worried about mine. He's actually shooting at the ground, hoping to detonate any mines. Clearly the sign of a very commander, not intent on getting a damaged engine with a KV1. And of course also remembering that there are... Oh, nice mining here, absolutely. Some fiendish mining going on here from Pavlov. And there we go, the engineers finally suffer a bit. Looks like he's pulling away the shock troopers, realising there's not going to be a Panzer 4 moving to in his line of sight. Sniper on the way. And assault is encountering the shock troopers. Quick grenade. Oh, nice. Oh. So close to getting those assault grenadiers. But we do see a quick response there from this flamethrower half track. Shock troopers holding out surprisingly well. Apparently the Flampanzerwagen can't hit. Second rocket misses. Panzer 4 moves in. Might be a time to pull back here. There we go. Burning up. Horribly so. Veterans fleet has been reached. And now we see the KV1 moving in. Charging through the brush. Panzer is firing in. Only one rocket makes it through the thick armour. There we go though. Another one does the trick. And veterans fleet here. Comet is burning away. 2 engineers, by the way, to help the repairs. Minesweepers up. Absolute paranoia here from Osttruppen-Commando. Also, Panzerschreck left behind. We should definitely get something to pick it up. Oh, he lost another shock trooper squad. Oh, dear. Heavy loss there. Immediately says about beginning repairing the KV1 there. In front of the enemy. Dangerous work, but so far seems like Osttruppen-Commando is deflecting the engineers, which is definitely to the advantage of Pavlov here. And in particular, since the Panzer 4 has trouble penetrating the thick frontal armour of the KV1, there definitely should be a chance here for the KV1 to actually make it through. There we go, Veteran 2-1. And, oh, good lord. Schwerer Panzerabteilung has been dispatched to provide some heavy armour. A Tiger is here. Blitzkrieg. Assault guns might make it for the Panzerwreck behind. Tiger moves up. Sniper's close, getting wiped out. But he's marked up with the KV-1. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, yeah. That was damn close. Damn close. He also lost a sniper right there. That would have been an absolutely crushing blow. And back to Osttruppen-Commando with several damaged vehicles, several brutalized squads. But still, he's now got a Tiger. That's definitely going to be a problem for Pavlov. If only been able to have something that could pick up that Panzerwreck, he might have had a slightly higher chance of actually causing a threat to it. Flammenpanzerwagen receiving its own repair, still down to one Pioneer unit.
You now have Tiger tanks at your command.
And we see the Su-85 tank destroyer arriving. And quick to repair that scout car, good, good. Another shock trooper unit arrives, and the Veteran T3 one, of course, also here.
Ready.
He's actually moving the Su-85 ahead here. That's rather bold by him. Focus sight opening up on the Tiger at the same time makes him rather vulnerable to getting handed down here by the Tiger.
Enemy forces are securing.
Not sure he's winding up the Tiger like that there. Shock trooper might want to move down in support. Somehow capture a smoke grenade. Scout car moving in. Su-85 almost down. Tiger actually putting back now. But we do nonetheless see a nice little trick there. Popping down a smoke grenade to cover up retreat there of the Su-85. Well played, Pavlov. Assault Booms moves ahead and quickly crushes aside the conscripts. Then proceeds to move straight into all of these well-armed shock troopers. But we also see the Tiger moving up, and these shock troopers will quickly have to pull back. A quick grenade though, the parting gift didn't even go. He might lose another shock trooper squad. Sniper fighting away there. Quickly dropping one, poor devil, and up north, a Panzer Grenadier squad goes down here to the shock troops.
Enemy Panzer has opened up! Ready!
That definitely hurt. And of course, again with two engineers, he can quickly set about repairing the Su-85 platoon, one of them Veteran T2.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Tiger advancing through enemy fire. Oh, snipers, snipers, no! Ooh. I think Pavlov needs to be a bit careful with the snipers. Engineers actually need to get behind there. Su-85, they're too close, so they actually get killed by the hit by the splash damage. Looks like anti-tank grenade went off there on Osttruppen-Commandos. Tiger almost down. He needs to pop another smoke grenade from the shock troopers nearby. Flammenpanzerwagen moves in. Tiger pulls back. Veterans who though quite pleased with itself. Pavlov's force is rather depleted, but gaining back ground swiftly in the name of the fatherland. Finally another Pioneer unit on the way, otherwise that Tiger tank would be unit that repairs for ages. And there we go, assault gun is pushed away.
Pioneers ready for assignment. Half track ready. Pioneers reporting objective captured. We are under attack.
Location captured!
Scout car, Flammenpanzerwagen moving in there, right into the shock troopers. Almost gets it right there, almost gets to the soldiers moving in. This time a nice particular grenade in their path quickly blows up almost half the unit. Better timing there, scout car also ready. Su-85 that will once more need to be repaired.
Bastards!
Pioneers!
Grasping territory. Will there be another minesweeper, perhaps a quick light artillery barrage from Osttruppen-Commando? And snipers in the scout car, a nice little combination, particular Veteran 2, of course. It acts as improved sight, which actually makes it easier to spot for the snipers in it as well. And if you get to Veterans 3, I mean, that thing's going to be very, very difficult to catch for the Germans.
Standing by.
Enemy troops attacking!
Tiger then moves ahead, wants to keep that point covered. At the same time, we might see the Su-85 taking advantage of this to fire back at it. And there we go, the president of the Su-85. Also note here, smoke grenade in to cover up the retreat. Tracking up, tracking. Careful though, careful though. It has essentially one camplets. If he's not careful, we could see that Osttruppen-Commando. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh no. That's dangerous right there. He seems to be veering it off, but at the same time right there, if Osttruppen-Commando had seen it and sensed it, he could have blitzed in and gone behind the H-35, and that could have been game over right there for Pavlov's H-35. A bit disappointing that Osttruppen-Commando actually didn't do it then. Panzer structures moving in from the north versus the conscript structures moving from the other side. Infantry are caught between two infantry forces being a bit sandwiched there. A structure was clearing up the remainders. Heavily wounded as well, by the way. Not looking good there. Tiger gets off a nice hit. And up north, shock troopers dealing with the assault guns here. Veterans infantry as well. Flammenpanzerwagen here barely making it back home to the base on top of everything. And a quick move there for the cut-off point. Bold aggressive maneuver, the H-35 covering. And what is this? Another KV-1. Not a bad, of course, effective against him due to, of course, having the reasonable gun, but of course, at the same time, also quite able to absorb damage for, say, for example, the H-35. And here we go again. Good use of tracking, absolutely outstanding. It's a much more, its veteran ability allows you to be a much more aggressive to push forward instead of focused fire, which I suppose we'd call a more defensive move. But there we go, Tiger tank moves ahead. And there we go, trying to blitz, but the distance is a bit too great. We should probably try to ambush. There we go, make it behind, but at the same time, KV-1 gets in between, I thought. But thankfully, thanks to the church, was able to ensure the Tiger tank was not able to get behind it. Had that happened, that would have been game on at the same time. We now risk. Oh! Tiger abandoned! Veteran C2 for the H-35. And what is this? A half-track apparently went out of control and finally blew up, but this is what you call bad news. Very bad news. Another Tiger is on the way, but generally your opponent seizing a Tiger tank is not considered very good. K1 though might want to consider getting out of there before the Tiger makes his appearance. And of course that Tiger of course also rather certainly short of resources to enforce other units to get more width. Oh, scout car! Absolutely excellent hit there. Blows up the scout car and the snipers inside it. That hurt. That hurt. Shock troopers also making a push into the base. Good Lord Pavlov. And we are an aggressive little camper today. H-35 here blasting with it. 22 K1 holding out as best he can. Crew shocked. Tiger finally pulling back though. The H-35 simply too great a threat there with its high rate of fire. And barely is he able to salvage back his remaining Tiger, while at the same time this one is here. And hopefully he can soon get his engineers to work on it, in particular the Veteran 2, though he might want to get his frontline units here repaired first. In fact, he might consider getting another engineer unit simply to help with all these heavy armor repairs. Of course, he doesn't just have one heavy tank, he's got two. The Tiger and the slightly older KV-1. All supported by an H-35, providing a much more solid and vicious punch.
Enemy forces are securing our territory. Tiger ready. Yes.
In terms of damage, we can sort of create a brief overview so far. Osttruppen-Commando is ahead, though in terms of kills, we actually see that Pavlov is actually doing better. So there are some things to take note of. And certainly amongst other things, that this assault and this strat is actually rather draining out Osttruppen-Commando's manpower reserves.
Things are getting hot here.
As again, they end up losing effectiveness as the game progresses. I should have had been the primary target. Not looking like he's going to get any more engineers to help speed things up. That would have been helpful though, I think. But again, I suppose I can't blame him for not wanting to get 3 units of combat engineers. Oh, never mind. He did. Good job there. Good job there. Non-engaged down here. Shock troopers don't need to get away. They can't stand up against these veterans. Ooh, nice turnaround there with a explosive grenade there. Tiger once more gefechtsbereit. And almost got the Sh-35 ready. Tiger a bit off. They're still going to use the time, of course, with additional engineers. We will see this Tiger combat ready. So it did make use of German equipment, but not quite to the same degree the Germans actually used foreign equipment. But then, so in part it was after starting right with a bunch of Panzer fleets, they sort of began, and of course they began converting them into sort of Stug-like form. There we go, Tiger almost ready, and again that's a bit bad news here for Osttruppen-Commando, as that rather means the armor advantage is squarely in Pavlov's hands. In particular, since he's rather only got two Panzer spread over 2 squads. Oh, looks like he fully upgraded this one with another one. He might consider getting a Panzerabwehrkanone or a Stug or something, just trying a bit more firepower. I mean, he's going to get very much outgunned.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
In particular with that Veteran 2 Sh-35, I mean, that's really going to be one of the major menaces of this fight. Shock Trooper sneaking in behind here with Panzer Rex. Bold move. I think he should have taken up positions inside the church instead of right next to the church. But there we go, assault going in. Tiger leading from the front. Shock Trooper's in his retreat. Instead, the Tiger ends up killing one of its own. And this Tiger actually needs to stop exposing its rear. And he's actually... Oh! Goodness gracious, this is rather bold, but it could work. He's actually going to ambush the Tiger from behind with the Sh-5. K1 moving in. Grenade going off there. But at the same time, just as this happened, the Tiger actually moves back. Should have stopped up rather than go, flying away. Ah! Too long there, too long there. Tiger blitzes away. Bit of a shame there, bit of a shame there. If he stopped up right there, he might be able to do it. Oh! Tellermine was down! Tellermine! Good lord, there we go. That certainly made things a lot more equal now. With that Veteran 2 Sh-35 out of the picture. Well done there by Osttruppen-Commando. Nice mine. Nice mine. Pack 40 on the way. Immediate emergency repairs at the front line for the tanks. The K1 a bit quicker. And we see the Tiger moving ahead swiftly. Assault is following up with the Panzer Strike on top. Veterans one here for the KV-1. And Assault Blitz might want to consider getting out there as the Tiger fires away. Almost got the entire unit there.
We have liberated this sector.
Pack 40 firing up, that should definitely help things up a bit. Controlling up nicely.
Forces are securing our territory.
K1 being used to take the point. Nice done. Good use of Veteran's abilities there. Tiger stun from the other Tiger. But Pack 40 firing away. Another stunning hit on the other Tiger. Quite rare that you have this kind of fight with 2 Tigers fighting on against each other and standing out this long. Impressive. Definitely a rarity, although I think overall Tigers have become a bit too common, same with the IS-2s. I do wish they'd sort of quickly patch out, making them a bit harder to get in terms of command points. I think Rennig in the end might have been a bit too lenient there. So I'm sure that will be rectified, I am sure of it. Plus some other things here and there.
Need to kill some panzers.
The Pack 40 advancing. Tiger moving ahead as well, close to Veteran T2. All engines firing there. Oh, quickly pulling away, that's good, that's good. But nonetheless, losses inflicted. Closing in on Veteran 2, K1 might want to consider pulling back as well. Getting so close to Veteran 2 right there for the Tiger, which will mean increase in range and of course increase in scatter. Shock Troopers caught in the sight, and there we go. Tiger is Veteran 2, and thus becomes much harder to deal with. Shock Troopers getting blasted into bits as they're trying to deal with the Tiger, and Tiger now taking a much safer position, using its now very high range to sort of, well, considerably higher range, sort of deal with it from a more safe distance. Assaulters and Panzers on the other hand, forced to take up position. Why not take up position then? They're trying to fly away from a much safer, less likely to get blown to bits at one shot position. Tiger moves in.
Standing by. You're right.
Panzer Grenadier pushing forwards. Closing in on Veteran 1 there.
Our opponents are seizing a
Point now being
sector.
secured. Continuing with their assault guys. Nice hit there from Tiger again. Good range and decreased scatter really makes it much more lethal to infantry. Meanwhile, the Panzers up here are taking up bashing as well, with the KV-1 here getting close to Veteran 1. Tiger moving in. And we're seeing light artillery going in on the KV-1, trying to get all the engineers there. Oh, nice hit, wiping out one squad. KV-1 needs to get away.
Sector secure. Panzer firing on us. Grenadier.
Assault grenadiers moving forwards. Oh shit, I was supposed to move over to Pavlov here. My apologies, got so caught up in the action. My sincerest apologies. My sincerest apologies. Happens sometimes, I'm not happy about it.
For assignment.
Oh, there we go, mine! Haha. Down to less than half health here, and oh, still again notice damage ahead. Kills not so ahead, and again it's probably these armor duels where he overall still leads, and now of course with the Veteran 2 Tiger definitely has an advantage. But at the same time, of course, we note here that Pavlov can quick repair his tanks, of course, get them back into the fight, which rather allows for this. Soldiers here might get cut down, the luck might have run out, and no, Zafarzaland protects still, it would seem. He can still claim that Gott mit uns, or at least Gott mit mir.
KV-1 ready.
Another H-85 arriving.
Engineer standing by. We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Pushing it with the Panzers, assault goes up north. A lack of infantry though does hurt a bit, you know, Mr. Osttruppen-Commando looks like he's going for another Tiger, which again overall rather limits, you know, those resource rather thing again, leaves its unit count rather low. Whereas we see here that on the other hand, Pavlov is slowly building up his force, thus overall being able to exert map pressure much better. Now of course it's a bit the dangerous thing when you sort of consider these things you want to be careful about, you know, the balance you have between, you know, having good units, but also having sufficient units to overall sort of have a map presence. In particular, since already now Osttruppen-Commando, pretty much for most of the fight, has had trouble actually holding parts of the map. So there are some things there to keep in mind. Also, tons of minis who floated here could easily afford a lot more mines to sort of make things harder for the enemy's Tigers. But his own Tiger is now defects-bereit once more. He's combat ready. K1 once more acting as the shield for the H-85. Conscripts though finally actually holding on, but just barely as the Tiger bombards.
Stop building. Start ducking.
And another Tiger moving north. Shock troops encountered. And shock troopers soundly realizing that they can't win that one.
Combat engineers.
Once more shooting at the ground. A great deal use of attack ground from Osttruppen-Commando. Interesting. He's clearly worried about something and rather willing to sort of take chances here and there. Interesting to note.
Yes. Our territory is.
Of course, he doesn't really lose any resources on this, but still interesting. K1 leading up here, H-85, and then we've got the Tiger sort of covering things up at the same time. We've got the Tiger moving up here. Shock troops moving in. My funds. There we go. Panzer on the Tiger. Pioneers getting blasted into the centre. Shock troops up north need to be careful with that Tiger. We see a response. K1 pulling back. Moving in to deal with the Tiger. Assault and is arriving now with dual Panzer effects. with another Panzer squad moving in. Shock troopers taking hits. KB1. Shock troopers taking more hits. Grenade only clumped up. Shock troopers almost gets them right there. K1 almost down. Tiger might want to deal with it. Other Tiger. Meanwhile, KB1 desperately trying to get out of this mess. Could have been interesting to use actually for Mother Russia here, which the overall will got them a lot more out of the shock troopers now to do more damage. It is sadly a bit of a neglected ability lately, but again, you know, it does have its advantage. Grenades versus shock troopers. Gets the entire unit almost, and he with a single Panther straight gets 2 Panthers, and then just a brutal engagement right there. A bit of a blow trade there. Both losing an elite unit. At the same time, we got a veteran 2 Tiger operating behind enemy lines. It's gone straight through the center, now getting behind all of the armor. A bold, decisive maneuver here, perhaps from Osttruppen-Commando, but at the same time, he perhaps was not aware of everything else. K1 trying to escape, SU-5 trying to deal with this. At the same time, the other Tiger, divide and conquer. SU-5 on the arm, not quite able to handle, of course, yes, with the other units as well, as especially 2 Tigers moving in. Lots of units moving in, and we might see this one go down soon. There we go, SU-5 kaput.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense.
And another veteran 2 Tiger, but on the Soviet team. Pack finding weight. Tiger here needs to be careful. It is heavily damaged, and there's a veteran 2 pack ready to blow it up. At the same time, the other Tiger's moving in straight into the line of fire of the SU-5 and the veteran 2 Tiger. Konski's moving in, perhaps with an anti-tank grenade. Who shall win this one? Tiger getting flanked by the other Tiger. Blitzing ahead, up behind the now stunned Tiger. Pack 40 moving in. And destroyed engine. And there we go, Tiger down. So many Tigers down in a bloody moment. Everybody's losing Tigers. Even the one not supposed to have the Tigers. Yuri, it's a bit confusing with all the Tigers. Are we the Germans or not? Well, depending on the article analysis, some might say we are just about the same. And there we go, Tiger recruiting the pack right in front of it. He might get the Tiger. Oh, Blitz, Blitz. No, he doesn't have the munitions for it. Oh, and he gets into the church. And looks like the Lord was merciful today and blessed their aim. The Tiger took one rocket to the radiator and blew up. With another SU-5 arriving, this K1 close to Veteran 2, but an absolutely nerve-wracking series of engagements here. One heck of an armored battle right here. Whew. Definitely not every day you see that kind of fight.
We're under attack.
Yes, comrade! Conscripts under attack!
SU-5 needs to pull away. Pentagon is arriving again. Now we see here a bit of a problem. All of a sudden again, it's massive focus on the Tiger tanks has let his infantry forces a bit bereft, and again he's rather in the position where it's going to be hard for him to defend. Not a sufficient amount of mines or anything down there. Another SU-5 arriving, so in this case, you know, he's ready to defend, and now if he can get that KV-1 repaired, he can easily put a threat in there to the enemy troops, in particular wants to hit Veteran 2, but also Veteran 3 if he ever gets that far. And of course a Pack 40 doesn't hurt either. Overall in this regard now he's got plenty of things to stop the enemy's Tiger tanks with in that regard as well. And for that matter, most armor, if utilised correctly of course, unless Osttruppen-Commando outmaneuvers them.
Squad at full strength!
nice grenade there, taking out half the shot. Panzer Grenadier squad. Shock troopers rushing in. Grenades going off. Oh! There we go, half the unit down. Looks like he's got himself another shock trooper squad with a Pwnagemachine. These soldiers are not having the day of days. But still trailing ahead in terms of damage. Trailing ahead, but again, not in terms of kills. But again, you know, armor damage, and again, in that regard, you know, we also see again, you know, it can be a bit misleading in some regards. Because we can clearly see, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that Osttruppen-Commando is winning super awesome style.
Assault gun ready for action. Ready for orders. Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. We have an isolated sector. The enemy has cut off a sector. We are losing.
Assault gun is moving in there. The dual Pwnagemachine is proving helpful. And in that regard, I mean, they do quite work nicely with the Pwnagemachine, since again they're a bit harder to wipe out than Panzer Grenadiers in that regard. And also less likely to drop them. Pwnagemachine. KV1 moving in, might get the kill, might they get the kill? Except Boris missed. Good job, Boris. You've done all the factory workers at factory number 3 proud by missing. Like that. Going in to deal with the German troops up here. Another shock trooper squad arriving. KV1 secure, or Pack 40 secure right in front of the KV1. But can they actually get anything off with it? As the KV1 tries to flank it, nice kill. And there we go, Pack 40 crew down. Shock troopers against the Panzer Grenadiers. Clearly saving up for another Tiger tank in the hopes that this Wunderwaffen will turn to Titan. There we go, for the motherland pops up. All of a sudden his conscripts are a lot tougher for the assault grenadiers to deal with, up close even.
What do you want? What do you
Shock troop, of course, also note he sprints at the very same time as all of this happens. In the end of the conscripts, though, were forced away. They were too long on help. Still, also that's quite a bit of time. Moving in here against the Panzer Grenadiers. Grenades going off, and just note how quickly they can all of a sudden damage them up close as well. And again, they sprint so fast. Of course, afterwards there's a bit of downtime where troops fight less. Great, but again, you know, if you use it correctly, that should be less of a problem.
You need something.
Right now, though, Pavlov here needs to regroup and reorganize, and over to Osttruppen-Commando for a bit. Commies there quickly getting a drop there, but now the penalty sets in, the exhaustion.
New unit has arrived.
Yuri, I think I oohed out too much. Oh well, it can happen, Boris. Nice grenade there. Grenades are not effective at this. K1 moving in there, firing away. Shock troopers now actually easier to deal with the exhaustion setting in. Should be noted. And there we go, another Tiger arrives. Assault guys, they need to be strongly careful.
Tiger, awaiting orders.
Schützen under fire!
Enemy forces are securing our territory. Our MG-42 is here!
Was ist los? What do you need?
Tiger, ready!
But still getting rather close. Can Osttruppen-Commando push through in the end? Stepping out the victory point advantage, but everything else seems to be slowly slipping away. And we're seeing scouting going on. He now wants to sort of really have a clear idea of where the Hitler-like Panzer is. Looks like we might see here that Osttruppen-Commando will be going in towards the northern armour. Trying to shoot there, misses the Su-85. Good lord, Gunther. Could try and aim a bit better. Su-85 blasting away at the farmhouse. Not entirely sure why there, Yuri. Really no idea why he keeps blasting away at the house. There you go, Tiger moves ahead, coming under fire there, being bombarded by several sides from the Su-85. Engineers suffering as they try to repair. Shock troopers could try and pop down the there you go. Flanking in with the KV-2, a bold maneuver, but there's like a problem here. And there we go, got shocked. Now stuck out in the open versus a Tiger. And numerous assault grenadiers with their Rakete Panzerwechsel. KV-1 fought heroically, but in the end, not quite heroically enough. Shock troopers up north. Break their backs while engineers. Oh, mine went off, killing the engineers! Leaving behind only a few assault grenadiers. Continues to be a fight here of brutal, bloody exchanges on both sides.
Standing by! We are dying here! We are ready!
A desperate grenade assault right there in the hopes of overcoming the conscripts, but I wouldn't do it with only 2 assault grenadiers. Hardly effective. Hardly cost
200 points remaining.
effective. Tiger left behind there. Less than half health, but covering the centre.
Standing by.
A bit of tracking would do good here. There we go. Su-35 slowly moving ahead.
Opponents are seizing a sector.
Getting off a night hit there on the Su-35. A bunker there, a bit late for that, Osttruppen-Commando, a bit late for that. It might have been a much earlier, but it looks like first realised it now. Oh, just before they able to finish a bunker, a grenade went down and killed one of the few remaining infantry units.
Ready! Look out, grenade!
Su-35 needs to pull back.
Standing by! We have a full complement! We are ready for
So, a few units left. Victory points have been going the advantage now of Mr. Pavlov, and back to him. Tiger once moving hit, just barely repaired. He kind of fought to hang back. At least so he feels.
Yes, comrade? Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Shock troopers are getting blown to bits. Assault going in this time around. Did alright. Wounded and killed. But the problem is, the assault goes with that many handshakes aren't really combat effective against infantry anymore. So in that regard, there's one major hole here for Osttruppen-Commando's forcing in. There is infantry. He can't really deal with it at the moment very strongly, and he's lacking in it himself. The only thing he really has that presents a serious threat is the Tiger tank, and that can't be everywhere at the same time. A Panzerkampfwagen has been summoned to the battlefield. Been some time since we saw the last one. Tiger rushing into the base. Osttruppen-Commando here might be getting a bit bold, but there we go. Veterans you want. Panzer IV might prove helpful against the enemy infantry. And could even be used to flank the Su-35, so I suppose not all bad. Su-35 here getting a bit too clever for its own good. Good thing he did not blitz in there and try to knock it out, because he probably could have done it. Another bit of air reconnaissance. Panzer IV moving to deal with the shock troopers.
Made the ultimate sacrifice.
And looks like another unit bit the dirt in the name of the Rodina.
Supply lines have been cut.
Shock troopers here not having a fun day.
Remember him! Flying smoke!
Oh, smoke right in front. They're trying to get away safely, perhaps. While the Tiger acts like a bunker in the centre. Protecting that one victory point he definitely knows he has. Not sure why he popped the smoke grenade. They didn't really do anything with it. Except, you know, hang around for a few more seconds. As you're moving up there.
We are down to 75 points.
Clearly the H-35 commander's a bit dismayed, and another KV-1 here on the way again, something to absorb and lead the way for the KV-1s, or for the H-35s. Shock troops standing up here behind the old house, hoping for the Panzer IV to pull away. And not looks like we're having any time soon. The shock troops prove the worth singular of being durable and able to absorb so much fire from the Tiger. They can take that many more losses than a Panzer gun escort ever would be. Another bit of tracking there. Nice hit from the KV-1 there. Panzer IV flanking in. Lovely. A nice little manoeuvre there, although he might then want to move the Tiger in once more. Instead he could end up risking losing the Panzer IV in this kind of engagement. These Panzers will continue to hold up here in the north. Shock troops moving in.
Ready for deployment, comrade.
Ooh, K1 breaks in, and there we go, catching the Panzer IV from behind. That does not look good unless it can turn the corner fast enough.
We have lost
and there we go. S-35 that went down here was a bit incautious. The Tiger got the kill. Meanwhile, the Panzer has to... Oh! Got the Panzer IV down south. He did not move away far enough. And apparently, Pavlov here sensed it and rushed in for a kill. Now the hunt is on here between the Tiger and the H-35. If he can get that, there might still be a decent chance. But at the same time, with that range and with that little help left, things are not looking too good. The assault is getting absolutely burned alive, turned into a crisp. Oh dear, Tiger go down one more, and there we go, Tiger kaput. A smouldering wreckage. Just going to speed this up a bit. Hardly anything left.
What do you want?
Pioneers taking up positions with a minesweeper inside the church. Looks like you think you can still win with that many victory points left. Panzer is moving in, Pioneers following up. And a grenade there in the predicted path, but Osttruppen-Commando clever enough there to move out, and there we go. For the motherland, ensuring these shock troopers will not be overcome anytime soon. In particular not with Panzer, because with that many Panzer strikes and not enough weapons. Gaining a second Panzer strike there. Just eating up the infantry, getting the northern victory point. He could even get another K1 right now if he wanted so. More shock troopers charging in, and there we go. Game over. A brutal battle with many unseen sights. Two Tigers fighting against each other. Rather protected battles that way. Many heavy, nasty armoured engagements. Lots of Panzerschrecks. A nasty opening up there from Osttruppen-Commando, but one which Pavlov had predicted and really quickly sort of put a halt to. Nicely done there, of course. I mean, had he not, this could easily have been a much, much shorter fight and thus not casted. Good use of his ability. I mean, the only thing he didn't use was the B4 Howards, and that really, in this kind of engagement, which was so rolling so much back and forth, would have been a waste of resources. So in that regard, you know, I don't mind that, but as we saw for Mother Russia, we saw recon overflights, shock troopers, KV-1s, we saw smoke grenades. That's great as well. I mean, in regard to that, I mean, Osttruppen-Commando only used assault grenadiers, the Tiger, and a single light artillery barrage. Snowstroop 3, which could have been a bit of help against infantry. Also a mechanized assault group, which could sort of rush in. In that regard, you know, I think he simply poured too many resources into the Tigers and not say something towards it could have just given them more presence. A flak panzer could have helped easily deal with the infantry. A Panzer IV could also, but also provide a bit of aid against the enemy armor. or just some more infantry. In that regard, of course, while the assault guns were sort of nice to overpower in the beginning of the match, again, as they progress, they really become of little use. And even with these two Panzergrenadiers, of course, that of course was great, but then again, they pretty much lost all use against infantry. So there are several problems here for Osttruppen-Commando, which sort of in the long run rather drained him completely of combat fighting power, which the Soviet player on the other hand could overcome through a better use of sort of varied units, unit preservation, but overall again, unit variation. He did just, rely on one type of heavy tank, though he did have some, but again, H-35s. I mean, it was very much so a lucky strike there with the Tiger 1, but, it could have not worked out, it could have been destroyed. He could easily have lost it again, he used it to its full. And even then, I mean, his opponent overcame it. I mean, he at one point, had no Tigers, only infantry. His opponent had a Tiger K1, H-35. He didn't let himself get scared. He got back into the fight. He took out the Tiger and the other stuff. So, I mean, it's hard like, it completely threw things off, but it definitely gave his opponent, though, Pavlov here, a rather nice fighting chance. And certainly, had that not happened, who knows? Perhaps he might have fought back because, clearly Pavlov is no novice himself. He might make great use of it, but again, I'm pretty sure he used it excellently. So basically, say, oh, well, I don't need to spend resources on that anymore. I'll just build up my infantry force and that way gain an advantage. I mean, there were clearly some good things going on there. Clever play by both sides, but in the end, though, Pavlov was just that much more clever and certainly also understood to take much more advantage of his doctrine, but also his doctrine abilities like tracking, and that one that allows tanks to take points. Also, smoke grenades. So, there you go. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you were inspired to do some things, or at least learn some new things. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, tell everyone, even your enemies. Perhaps not your enemies, so you don't want them to know. Otherwise, feel free to, send in videos of your own and, provide feedback in the comment section. What did you like in this fight? What did you think of the Soviet Tiger? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.